Hello my friends! Welcome back to another lonely hardcore survival, a place where we can all be lonely together. My name is Lonely, so let's get started. In last week's episode, aside from completing the trading hall, we also worked on some cute fountains around the Italian village. And in this episode I would love to do a little more building, but for some of my friends. That's right my friends, just like we did some episodes ago with this beautiful little wolf cave, I wanted to do something similar to finally have a place that we can call a little cat haven. And because I don't think that cats would like to live inside of a cave, we can instead build them a nice little cat home on this little hill. As always, the first thing that I wanna get are some materials to build a little workstation. This should do. Now we can make our way back to the hill, set everything up, and gather some of the items that we're gonna need to build this nice little house, including a bunch of spruce with some cobblestone and mossy cobblestone, some stone and some stone bricks, some handy grass blocks to terraform, some leaves for decoration, and this should be more than enough for now, at least just to plan out this little build. So the first thing I wanna do is get rid of some of this grass, and this grass right here as well, to give myself some more space to build this cute little cat sanctuary. Now I can also cover this little hole left from when I was collecting some of the sand, and I don't wanna forget to light it up with some torches, just to prevent the mobs from spawning in. There we go. I'm also gonna go ahead and smooth down this hill to make it much easier to reach the cat sanctuary from any side. And now with the terraforming completed, why don't we grab some stone bricks to plan out this build. We're gonna have a nice entrance right here, which is gonna lead to a nice open space, and then an interesting little shape like so, with one more wide entrance right here, one little entrance on this direction, and it seems like we have a couple friends. I guess we have no choice but to say hi. There we go. Let's see if we can get rid of the Capitan relatively fast by forcing all of his peers to shoot at him. And now slowly but surely, the Capitan will say goodbye. And that's when we can get rid of everybody else. As easy as this, my friend. Well, with this little interesting outline, I also wanna add a little thing right here, and that's gonna be a little surprise that I will add at the end of this video. So hey, if you wanna see it, stick around until then. Well, with this done, let's take some spruce so we can bring up some of these walls creatively. Here's the first wall brought up, the second one, and as the sun is setting, the third one as well. And I think this is a great starting point. So let's sleep the night, and in the morning, we can take some more spruce, convert it into planks, from planks to slabs, and now we can start replacing the floor. Beautiful, the hole has been dug, now we can start placing the planks. Beautiful, something like this should do, and we have some more friends in the span of less than 2 days, which is a little weird I must say. So let's use the same exact strategy to get rid of our friend right here. Now probably eat a little something and say hi back. There we go. Well, hopefully this doesn't happen again in this episode, but I guess we're gonna get a ton of ominous banner, which for now we can store neatly inside of this chest. Well, but with the floor done, let's make some more planks, make some spruce stairs, and now we can work on the floors of these elevated levels. Beautiful, one done, second one done as well, and finally the third one. Now using these stairs, let's make a path for all of the top floors to make them all much easier to reach. There we go, this should work just fine. So let me take some cobblestone, mossy cobblestone and stone, texture the foundation a little bit, now bring all of the walls up while continuing all of the texturing. And for these little gaps right here, I wanna fly a little bit back to the village so that I can grab some more spruce variants and add some trapdoors and some stripped spruce to make everything look good in the inside and also the outside. Now I just wanna keep raising the walls while adding some more interesting height variation. Alright, this should work just fine. Now let's make some doors that we can sprinkle all around. Now with the doors in place, let's go check how much dark oak we have. There we go. And while I'm at it, let's grab some oak. Hopefully we can find some more, and some sandstone to work on the roofs in the second floors. And before I do all of them, here's what I want to do. First of all, I'm gonna add some oak, then some smooth sandstone, texture with some normal sandstone, some windows, and then a bunch of spruce, and some more sandstone variants. On second thought, maybe we get rid of these sandstone stairs and replace them with something else instead. Alright, this should work just fine. Well, I have some materials to gather and some roofs to build, so what do you say we do something that we haven't done in quite a lot of episodes and start a nice little time lapse? I'm gonna keep working on this build, bring up the walls, add the windows of course, and some more details, and then we can finish everything together. So my friends, let's go! Welcome back my friends! It's the next day for me, and I must say I'm so happy with the way that this little house turned out. Let's make our way outside, this beautiful landscape, so that we can talk a little bit about the design of this little house. I really wanted to add different layers to this house to make it kind of like a cat tree, so that once we move our little friends inside, they can have fun exploring, going all the way up, and maybe even take the stairs right here. And over in this direction, we have a nice little field where the cats can go outside without getting lost in the wild. And of course in this direction, just for a little bit of color and decoration, I added a nice little waterfall that leads us neatly to this little mountain right here, because we used to have the statue foundation on this side, but I thought that not only was a little bit too close to the house, but it was also not really that epic. So thanks to this mountain right now, once we build this structure, I think it's gonna look really cool from afar. And last but not least, I can't wait for the copper to turn green, kinda like these have done already, because I think it's gonna give it a much better color instead of the regular orange, which looks a little out of place right now. But hey, with this done, let's work a little bit on this interior, starting by adding some barrels all around the house for a little bit of storage, and of course some much needed decoration. With the storage in place, we can get rid of the barrels outside right here and organize everything neatly in the inside barrel. Beautiful, and with everything neatly organized inside of these barrels, we can place down an ender chest, which is always nice to have. Now make our way to our wool farm with our friend Jeb as the manager and take some wool of different colors to add some much needed decoration inside of this house. The reason why I'm choosing wool is because I love the idea of having a lot of wool inside a cat house. I'm sure they would love to play around with it. Somewhere here in this corner, a red one right here, with one purple here and one purple there, and some more blue blocks here and there. There we go. You can probably leave this wool right here for now. Now with some planks, some wool, crafting table, let's place down a little workstation where we can make some beds. 4 should be fine for now. Now we can make some trapdoors, add a little decoration all around. Up here, maybe we can get rid of this wool and place some useful beds instead. Perfect, a nice little bedroom. Now we can get some leaves and some slabs that we can sprinkle all around to add more life to this room, with the trapdoors and the slabs to act as little shelves and labyrinths for the cats to go on. And to complete the look, let's place down some carpet. And there we go my friends. I think the interior of this house is completely done. The only thing that I would really like to add right now, with the help of some string and some sticks, is a fishing rod, which we can then use to grab some much needed fish. Slowly, very slowly. And there we go my friend. That's not a fish, but it's really cool that we fished this out of the water. Anyway, second try. Perfect, there we go. And I would like to place this fish in this barrel right here, so that we can feed the cats easily and they can have all the food and playtime that they need. Well, I'm gonna go grab some more fish, so I'll see you soon. 63 and 64. And one stack should be more than enough for now. And actually, before moving the kitties inside, let's take some more stairs and slabs with some chains and lanterns and some torches. Of course, a little bit of stone, so that we can add a nice little walkway to this path with some stairs and some nice little lampposts to make sure the whole area is nice and bright. And now with the light meter on, I can hide some torches here and there to make sure that no mobs can spawn, just to keep the cats safe. And now having spawn proofed all around the house, I'll have to do the same thing on the top. So let's make our way up there and simply place some lanterns down. And from what I can see, everything is now nice and spawn proof. So let's sleep the night, and in the morning I want to get rid of some blocks to clean up our inventory. And finally my friends, the time has come to grab all of our cats and bring them towards their new home. And here they are my friends. See if we can bring them all the way inside. Perfect. And now we can close the doors, sit them down wherever they want, apparently all in the bedroom. And why not, with some salmon, make some more little babies so that we can fill this place up. And I must say that they look very happy to be here. Look at that, all nice and cozy. And with the cat sanctuary built and looking quite cool, and the cats finally inside, I think it's time that we work on this outside statue. Now I wanna try to make something a little special, but that I've never done before. So let me quickly make my way towards our mine, inside the massive storage, where we can get 2 diamond blocks. With the help of some of this very handy stone and cobblestone and the stone cutters, we can make a tiny little workstation up here. And now I'll try to build something cool. Now because I have absolutely no idea how to do this, and it's the first time that I build something like this, let's make this another time lapse. You're gonna be able to see all of the process, and then if I'm able to build something cool, we'll check it out together. Alright my friends, let's go! Oh yes my friends, here we are back once again, and I think I came up with something pretty cute. Now at first I really wanted this little cat to be sitting, but I realized it was gonna be a lot easier to make him standing up, and these diamond blocks really help outline the eyes, and I thought that this nice little connected texture made for a nice little nose. The tail gave me a little bit of a hard time, but I think having it curve upwards is probably one of the best cat representations. So hey, let me know what you think about it, and if you have any ways to make it better. Other than that my friends, this little cat sanctuary is completely done, and I must say that from afar it looks really cool, and this cat statue really complements the whole build. So now every single time that we wanna spend some time with cats, we'll be able to do so right there. Well my friends, with this beautiful build completed, it's time to move on to the next part of the video, which is the weekly challenge. Every single week I challenge you to create a nice little thing in Minecraft, and last week it was all about creating a nice little build for villagers. And if you wanna participate to these challenges, all you have to do is join a little lonely Discord and send a screenshot of your build. I'll make sure to add it in next week's episode. Starting with my friend Selkie, who made a beautiful surreal build, including an awesome tower and a great purple dome with a nice little farm for the villagers. My friend, I really love everything about this build. The block palette you used, the ominous things coming out from the floor, and of course its functionality as a beautiful little farm. Great work my friend, thank you very much for the submission, and as always I can't wait to see what you build next. Next up my friend Sharks took the idea of a villager building quite literally by making a giant villager in his Minecraft world. Great choice with the block palette, the size is also so impressive, and of course I could not miss the two little villagers inside the big villager's brain, which really remind me of its conscience. One for the good side and one for the bad side. Great work my friend, thank you very much for this beautiful submission, and of course I can't wait to see what you build next. And for this week, last but definitely not least, my friend Toba had a beautiful idea to put a trading hall inside of some dark oak trees. And I've never seen a design like this, so I think it's extremely creative and a truly beautiful idea. And I feel like we can also expand this design however big we need it. So my friend, great work, thank you very much for this beautiful submission, and I really can't wait to see what you build next. A huge thanks to everyone who participated in last week's challenge, so now I think it's time we talk about this week's challenge. And seeing as we built a beautiful little cat mansion, you probably saw it coming, but I would love to challenge you to build a beautiful cat-inspired build. And just as I mentioned last week with the villagers, I would love it if inside the submission screenshot we can see some cats. And just like now, it doesn't have to be real cats, it can also be a cute little cat statue. If you'd like to participate to this week's challenge, all you have to do is join us on our lonely Discord if you haven't already, the link is in the video's description, then build your little cat structure, take a screenshot and post it on Discord. You can be 100% sure to see it in next week's video. But my friends, with last week's challenge talked about and this week's challenge established, it's time to move on to the last section of this video, which you probably guessed is the naming. Starting with my friend Jokesen, who would like me to name a netherite block after him, but because I don't yet have a netherite block, and I must admit I'm a little scared to go back to the nether, I thought that the second best thing would be to name a diamond block instead. So my friend, thank you so much for this beautiful suggestion. Now you have a place in our trophy room right next to Wizard, Alexander and Edward. And on the topic of netherite, my friend Maresh would like me to name a netherite ingot Lula, but yeah, I don't really have any netherite anymore. I should really go grab a bunch I think. But well, because I do not have any netherite, sticking with the idea of an ingot, I decided to name a copper ingot instead. So there you go my friend, welcome to our lonely hardcore world. And my friend Miss Ambi would like me to name a pig Gus in honor of her guinea pig, who I'm sorry to hear passed away last year. So instead of our little pig pen, including crispy bacon, blueberry and Eater, I thought we could name a pig Gus right here. There you go my friend, may Gus live forever inside of our lonely hardcore world. Next up my friend Raye would like me to name a wolf princess, so inside of this wolf cave, let's make one more little baby wolf and name this little cutie princess. There you go my friend, welcome to our lonely world. Next up my friend Ritpop would also like me to name one of the dogs Gizmo, so there you go my friend, right next to our friend Princess. And I really love how full this cave is getting. I guess it just goes to show how many people love dogs in Minecraft. And now, thanks to our little cat mansion, don't hesitate to give me some names for cats. Next up my friend Toba asked me to name a goat number 2, cause apparently I'm number 1. Thanks by the way. So all we have to do is look for a little goat. Awesome, there they are. And now we can name one number 2. There you go my friend. Thank you very much for this beautiful suggestion. And my friend Tyler would like me to name a totem Evoker Sun, which I think is pretty funny, but I actually ran out of totems to name a couple couple episodes ago. So instead, I decided to do the same thing that I did with this wheat and name another one Evoker's Son, because they somehow really remind me of the totem, or some kind of a voodoo doll. But I guess now we all know it's supposed to be a totem. Thank you very much, my friend Tyler, for this beautiful name. And my friend Tyler asked me to name one of the librarians instead of this trading hall Bob, so there you go, my friend. I think it's quite a funny name for a librarian. And now Bob also sells Infinity books. And last but definitely not least, my friend Yeet Gamers asked me to name a wheat field Yeet's Field, which is a nice little play on words. And what better wheat field to name after Yeet other than this one right here? So we can place a sign right down, name it Yeet's Field, and of course make it white and make it glow. There you go, my friend. I hope you like this little field. Well, my friends, with all of this done, I think it's time to call it an episode. A huge thanks to everyone who suggested beautiful names in the comments, and a huge thanks as well to everyone watching up until now. And if that's you, leave a little comment saying chocolate ice cream as a little inside joke between you and me. Anyways, I'm very happy with the progress that we did in this episode. I never built an actual statue in Minecraft, and I must say I'm very happy with the way that this one turned out. And of course the cat mansion is gonna be extremely useful for getting a ton of cats in our Minecraft hardcore world. And you know it, my friends, but it's my YouTuber duty to let you know that if you'd like to support the channel financially, I left some useful links in the video's description. Don't forget that if you wanna participate in this week's challenge, you can just join the Lonely Discord, and I wanna wish you all an amazing day. It's nice to be lonely together. My name is Lonely, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye bye.